All right, we're live. Clap it up. All right. Slacking for the delay. One sec, I can. It sounds Tawada? What's not correct? Tawada. All right. Once again, we are the ISUPK under Command Jan Honda. Stood at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Teaching blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians that you are the real Jews, you are the Israelites, and that the Bible speaks of. Right? I'm precinct officer Awarium up in the Baltimore school tonight. Got Trinidad in the house with me. Officer Sawapiala. We got the face of Baltimore in the house. And then big priest Barbara Carr in the house. I mean, Salaki for the delay again. We're gonna get right into it. Let me just see something. Hold on. Any questions in the class? One sec. Man, this computer. One sec, I can. All right, we're going to the class on questions. All right, we'll get right into it. We do have some people online. We have Princess Takaya online. Shalom. All right, so Most High in Christ. All right, a couple of things we want to get into. I was asked a question earlier today. I'm going to answer it like a very basic, in a very basic way, right? Being that we a lot of questions you ask, you gotta kind of get private counsel on it, right? So the way I'm going to answer this question is going to be a very general breakdown, but of course there are situations that pertain to you and your specific situation. That's why we have the Brotherhood. That's why we have counsel. You can go and get counsel directly. I mean, on how to treat a certain situation. All right. The question that I'm going to answer today is pertaining to heathen children. Right? Heathen children, meaning that your sister, right? Your sister in the school, you were involved with somebody who was a heathen in the world. Now you're going to give birth to a heathen child, right? How should you treat that child is the question, right? Now, it could be very confusing as to what to do, what is right, what is wrong, because you're in a jammed up situation, to be honest with you, right? But how should that child be treated, right? Gabar? Say again? Right. Gabar Khan said, treat it as if it was your normal child. Guess what? It is your normal child. Yes, what I mean? It is your normal child. And you are responsible for that child up to the age when that child grows and gets old and big and strong and is able to fend for itself. You are that child's mother. You understand what I mean? You are the child's mother. You are that child's guardian. You are responsible for that child. And you have to raise that child with love and provide for that child. Precept. What precept would he use? The bar, go ahead. Raise the child the way it should go, yes. You can use that precept, right? Because it's your child. But I'm looking for a precept about a heathen child. Where would you go? Give me the book of Genesis. Give me the book of Genesis. Say again? Yeah, it's locked, bro. Make sure it's not unwrap it there. It's wrapped up there. We're going to go to Genesis chapter 25. Yeah, Princess Takai said the same thing. Treat the child as if it's yours. Yeah, damn right, it is yours. Not as if, it is yours. You are the mother. I mean, not to make light of it. I mean, it's just you know, it is your child. You understand what I mean? And we in the ISUPK, we don't abuse children, contrary to what people may believe. We don't abuse children like the Christian church would. I mean, we're not gonna hurt this child because, you know, of who his father is, right? But if you go to Genesis chapter 25, you have example of this exact example. You got it, Gabor? We're gonna go to verse. Let me hear verse 20. Yeah, please.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Pandan, and sister to Laban, the Syrian. Verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren.
Skipping to verse 23.
The book of Genesis.
Actually, 22.
Book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 22. And the children struggled together.
So this is Rebecca, right? She is pregnant now with twins in her stomach. She's pregnant with twins in her stomach, right? Go ahead.
And she said,
and the children struggle together.
And she said, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
So she was going through a hard pregnancy, right? And she was like, if this is what it is, man. Why am I thus mean? Why am I alive? Right, go ahead.
And when she went to inquire of the Lord.
And she went to do what?
Inquire of the Lord.
That's the wise thing to do. Whenever you're going through something, you inquire of the Lord. You don't take things into your own hand. And I'm going to tell you something else. You don't let demons tell you what you should do. You know what I mean? A demon will play games in your mind and tell you to do the wrong thing. Right? Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
He said what?
2 nations are in thy womb.
This is Rebecca. She's pregnant with twins. Of course, both of them have the same father. But here, the Lord was separating the two. He said what?
2 nations are in thy womb.
There are 2 nations in your womb. Go ahead.
And 2 manner of people.
And 2 manners of people. 2 nations are in your womb, and 2 manners of people. Go ahead.
Shall be separated from thy mouth.
And 2 manners of people shall be separated. What does it mean 2 manners of people should be separated, Officer Gabaraka? The 2 should mean what? Read it again. Read it again. Right, just take your time. Don't overcomplicate it. Right? Go ahead. 2 nations are in thy womb.
2 nations are in thy womb.
Right?
And 2 manner of people.
2 manners of people. Break that part down.
It's funny that you have one Edomite and one Judah.
Well, that's what you know, but what does it mean there? 2 manners of people. What does the manner of people mean? 2 styles of people. 2 totally different people. 2 different breeds of people or in your womb. You understand what I mean? Go ahead. Let me keep reading.
Shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other.
There's going to be one that's stronger than the other. You understand? I mean, we see it today. We see today that all your favorite athletes are of a certain manner of people. All your stars, all your powerful people. I mean, all your soldiers. You know, they act like America has the best army. Them people in the Middle East are not afraid of them devils. They're afraid of that big black nigga who's kicking in the door. That's the person they're afraid of. That's who's carrying the army. Right? Go ahead.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
And the elder shall serve the younger. That's a prophecy, right? So she was just informed that there are two manners of people in her womb, right? Keep reading.
And the Lord said unto her, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Go ahead.
And the first came out red all over.
And that's one of the manners of people. He came out red all over. Go ahead.
Like an hairy garment.
Go ahead.
And they called his name Esau.
Right. Skip me to verse 27.
Book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter.
And the boys what?
A cunning hunter.
And the boys?
And the boys grew.
The boys grew. Meaning what? Because the Lord told her two manners of people were in thy womb, she didn't say, okay, I'm going to throw this one away. She raised both of them. And the boys grew. And Esau became a cunning hunter. You understand me? Now, here's the difference between Jacob and Esau to her. In a spiritual sense, she understood what? She understood that Jacob, her son Jacob, was her brother. Esau, her son Esau, was not her brother. That's what she had to understand. You understand? So if you were raising a child who is not an Israelite, don't look down on that child. Don't hate that child. Don't abuse that child. It's a baby. You understand? The same way we would never tell a heathen to unalive a child or to commit, I don't know if they live stream allows to say when you unalive a baby before it's born. You understand what I mean? The same way we would never tell a heathen to do it, even though that's our enemy. We're not beasts.
Right.
You understand what I mean? Since what you have to understand is your kindness is what's going to make you different than a heathen. A heathen will hate his child. You're not allowed to hate your child. I mean, Officer Gabar Ricard mentioned the scripture earlier. Train up a child in the way it should walk. You got to feed that baby, love that baby, care for that baby. Let that baby grow in strength. You know what I mean? And don't be surprised. One day, it's a heathen. You're his mother. One day, it will take care of you. One day, you will receive your reward. I mean, for all the work you did for it. But at the same time, what you have to understand, too, is it is not your brother. Meaning what? It can't come in here with you. It can't go to the Passover with you.
Right.
It can't face the east with you. He'll have his own people. You have your people. Right? And what our only advice I could give a sister is not to have any more. You understand? I mean, it's a tough situation. But what you should do is definitely get one-on-one counsel. This is a very general breakdown, right? Get one-on-one counsel. We have excellent counselors in the school that can tell you exactly what to do. I mean, because it'll be a lot of controversy. But what you can't do, you can't let a demon get in your mind and make you hurt that baby. Or make you just hate the baby. You understand what I mean? Let's say you had another child. Now you have two children. You have one who is your brother, an Israelite, and then you have one who is from the heathens. What are you going to feed one and not feed the other? When it comes to physical things, you feed both of them. I mean, go ahead, Gabar.
Right, so my woman had a child with a heathen. You can't be married.
You have to get counsel. It's case by case basis. The correct answer is if you're married to the heathen, you're married to the heathen.
Right.
You understand what I mean? Yeah, there's no such.
We come to school off the world.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's true. You know, we have he's a white.
Right.
Allow leave.
True. Speak up, say it again.
We're the same way with the sisters, right?
Yeah. But here's the thing. I'll give you a scripture. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 7. So now, again, would not want to break up a family. You understand what I mean? You married to a heathen brother. That's your wife. You understand what I mean? But give me 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 15.
1 Corinthians 7 is 1 Corinthians 7 and 15. But if the unbeliever depart, let him depart.
So read again.
But if the unbeliever depart, let him depart.
If you have an unbeliever or a heathen, and they leave, they leave. Go ahead.
Unbeliever is people, right?
Yes. Yes. You keep reading.
A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases.
A brother and sister is not what?
Under bondage.
What does that mean? In this case, yes. Bondage literally means slavery. In this case, what does it mean?
Under the law of sin. Under the law of God.
Yes. Meaning that you're not contracted. You're not chained to that person in that case. Right? Read one more time from the top.
But if the unbeliever depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases. But God has called us to peace.
But what?
God has called us to peace.
Break that part down.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
God, if the unbeliever depart, let him depart. God has called you to peace. What does that mean? God has called you to peace, meaning what? It's right in front of you. Read it again. I want you to get this one right here. Let's go. Because this is heavy.
If the unbeliever depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases. What God has called me, God has peace.
If the unbeliever depart, let him depart. Let him go. You are not under bondage, or you're not contracted, or you're not a slave to that law in such a case when they want to leave you. For God has called you to peace. Why? What does it mean that God has called you to peace? I'll give it to you for the sake of time. The Lord did it. He's taking that burden off you. The law says you can't leave your wife or your husband, right? And this is an unbeliever who hates you and hates the Lord. The Lord makes that unbeliever say, you know what? I don't want to be with you no more. I'm leaving. The Lord has called you to peace. Meaning the Lord wants you to be at peace. You no longer are good. Okay. I'm watching how I say because I'm gonna want a precept for it. You no longer deserve that person. So the Lord calls you to peace. precept. That's it. A wicked woman is the portion of a wicked man. That's in the scriptures. Give him a head. A wicked woman is a portion of a wicked man. You might have been a wicked brother in the world. You came and repented and turned yourself to be a priest and prophet of the Lord here. That woman no longer fits you. The Lord made her leave because he called you to peace. You could have been an evil sister in the world. You could have had a full-out pimp because you're wicked in the world. You change your life around. You want to serve the Lord now. The Lord is going to chase that evil person that was around you away from you. All of a sudden, they're not going to want to be around you no more because the Lord has called you to peace. Because, like Officer Gabar Rakar said, the portion of a wicked man is a wicked woman. That's in the Bible. But if the Lord chased them away, it's because the Lord wants you to be at peace. Salaki. The Lord wants you to be at peace. You understand what I mean? So that's what it is. I mean, so sometimes the Lord will say, you know what? Take that person off him. Because that person was there to do what? What was that person there to do? To be a thorn in your side. That's the perfect words. You understand what I mean? That's what they was there to do because you were selling drugs out there. So I'm going to find the wickedest woman I can find and put her by your side. You know what I mean? I'm going to put Satan by your side. That's in the scriptures, actually. You know what I mean? But when you change, brother, the Lord will have mercy and he will call you to peace, meaning that they're going to take all that nonsense off you. You understand what I mean? They'll take all that nonsense off you. Sister asked online regarding the children, love them, of course, but what about including them in the school and raising them as Hebrew Israelites? Well, sis, are they Hebrew Israelites? Hebrew Israelite is not a religion. That's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? That's why we have the stance we have, because that child is not an Israelite. You know what I mean? Now, if you raise him as an Israelite, he's going to think he's an Israelite. Right? But he's not. You understand what I mean? Go ahead, Gabar. Say again? You should teach him the difference. But what you don't want to do, it's a touchy subject. That's why you got to get counsel. It'll easily turn to bullying. It'll easily turn to bullying your child. And when you always tell him, you're not God's chosen people. I'm God's chosen people. Your brother's God's chosen people. You're the devil. That's what brothers will do when they're immature. When you're supposed to love that child. You understand what I mean? You're supposed to love that child. Go ahead, Sawap. Officer Sawap Yalo, man. Rockin' Rufus from Trinidad, man.
It's not. And, this is why it's important to really get counsel. Because every counsel, depending on us, take it straight out of the scripture. And this is what we learn. That situation like that, it showed the example of Rachel being a mother, still to that child.
Right.
Raising up that child, suckling that child. Not showing, any, let me say, hatred towards that child.
Right.
But understanding that, as the scripture says, two manner people, two different nations.
Keep going, Sawap. Just speak up.
Two nations of people. And understanding that, she knew how to deal with that situation.
Right.
This is why now, every time when I read, even when they go more into the story, you'll see that she never had both of them sitting together when she was counseling or giving any sort of information to what they
Right.
will always be separate.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And here's the heavy part. God told her two nations are in her womb.
Right.
There's not an idea. God is telling her. So she had the full right to say, you know what? I know which one's my brother, which one is not. I mean, in fact, when it came to the blessing, she made sure her brother got the blessing because she knew what it meant for her people. You understand? Even though Esau was older, she knew what that blessing meant for her people. But she still raised that other child, like Officer Swab just said. She still raised him. She still cared for him. She still counseled him. I mean, she still told him right from wrong. Go ahead, Gabar.
She was the only sister that didn't commit adultery and had
Say again?
She was the only sister that didn't commit adultery and had a baby by either.
Right. I mean, so yeah, so you definitely gotta, I mean, it's a task. It's a task. I mean, and the Lord, look, sometimes the Lord will bless you in his own way when it comes to certain situations. You understand what I mean? Now, you don't have to bring them around the high holy days or around the brothers or around the school or start doing none of that. Let the child be a child. Let him raise up, have fun, feed him, buy him toys. If you have 2 kids, it's just like kids. You buy this one a toy, you buy that one a toy. Don't show up with one toy.
Right.
I mean, and cause them to feel like, I mean, go ahead, Gabar. Speak into the mic. Yeah. Say it again?
It wouldn't be fair to show favoritism.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You understand what I mean? Right. They're a child. Now, when they get older, I mean, they could go and join whatever religion they want to join. You understand what I mean? They could join whatever religion they want to join, but they can't really come in here. Right? And this is a sidebar for young sisters also. Be careful, man, because in your womb carries nations. Your womb carries nations. You understand what I mean? That's why Lord has laws as to who you should marry. You understand? Now, we're in the world. We're coming out the world. We're coming out of situations. Things happen. You understand? But even a sister who's in that situation, you should be the chief advisor for young sisters to say, hey, sis, be careful who you marry. You understand? Don't make this mistake. All that matters. The Lord watches all that. You know what I mean? And I say that, not that any sister in here does it, but I know sisters in the world, they got an evil spirit of when something bad happens to them, they don't mind it happening to everybody else.
Right.
It makes them feel normal. It's a demon. It's like, I'll give you an example. If a sister had, and I don't know if I could say they're going to cut out stream, but if a sister had an abortion, for example, she will be a chief advocate for my body, my choice. Why? So, but okay, she had abortion, right? She might have trauma from that abortion. She could have trauma from it. You know what I mean? If a woman has a child, period, it changes you. It changes your body. People go to post what's the term? Depression, right? After they have a child, it changes you. It changes your chemicals. Abortion does the same thing. And she could be suffering from certain things about it, right? But she'll still champion abortion. Why? It's something in a woman, right? And sisters, when you're in the school, you're not allowed to have this in you. So get it out of you. There's something in a woman where if she faced trauma, the only way for her to be normal is if everybody else faced the trauma. That's the only way for her to be normal. I mean, brothers, I'm coming to you, Ricard. Brothers a little bit different. You hear OG say, don't go through that door, young blood. Ain't nothing back there for you, young blood. You know, growing up, how many older brothers said, no, don't go that route. Go to school. Don't live the life I've lived. A brother who don't know you will tell you, make sure you go to school, man. Don't live the life I live. A woman doesn't think like that. A woman wants to be normal. So if she's the only one in the crowd who had abortion, she'll feel away. But if everybody has had them, now I'm normal. Don't be like that in the school. I mean, you sisters, you be like those older sisters who teach the young women to love their husband. That's in the Bible. You be that. You be that sister who would never give a sister, the sister Princess Takaya mentioned postpartum. That's what the word I was throw out, sis. You be that sister who would be telling us, don't do that, man. Don't go down that route. It's nothing but pain down there. I've been down there. It's nothing but pain. Go ahead, good boss. Lock it.
The saying goes, misery my company.
That's it. That's it. Don't be that. I mean, be a lesson for others to learn from. I mean, tell them, look, don't go that route. But hopefully I answered the sister's question. And again, if you need more counsel, sis, the counsel is available to anybody who wants to. If she's watching the class, the counsel is available to anybody. I mean, and we definitely want the best for you and your family. So definitely let us know, right? Go ahead, Sawab. Give him the microphone, please, good boss. So say it.
Yes, that's it. That's something like that. This is that.
Right.
Necessary information to receive the calls.
Right, 100%. 100%. All right. Any other questions online or in the class? All right, we're gonna go. Let's pull up. Let's pull up the book of Matthew. Don't want to count in Matthew and Luke. Let's go to Matthew chapter 8, verse 28. You got it? Microphone? Matthew chapter 8, 28. Let me hear it.
The book of Matthew chapter 8 and verse 28. And when he was come to the other side into the country.
This is Christ and the disciples are traveling, right? So he approaches a country. Go ahead.
Of the Grecians. There met him two possessed with devils.
There met him who?
Two possessed with devils.
So he ran into two people who had demons on them. Go ahead.
Coming out of the tombs, exceedingly fierce, so that no man might pass by the way. Verse 29. And behold, they cried out, saying, what have we to do?
So these two brothers filled with demons came out of the tomb, right? So they were so wild, these two, that they couldn't even live around people. They lived in graveyards. That's where they lived. They lived where the dead people lived. Who knows what? So when Christ was passing by, they came out the tombs that they were living in and said to Christ, what?
What have we to do with thee, Yahushua, thou Son of God?
What have we to do with thee? Meaning what? You often see that word, those words. What have we to do with thee? What does that mean? Translate it in today's terms. What have we to do with thee?
What you got to do with us, or who got to do with you?
Right? Or what business do we have? Right? Why are you here? What do you want? Remember, Christ is just walking by. They came out and they addressed him because they knew who he was. And they were afraid. So they said, what? Read again.
The book of Matthew, chapter 8 and verse 28. And when he was come to behold, verse 29, behold, they cried out, saying, what have we to do with thee, O Jesus, thou Son of God?
What have we to do with you, Son of God? Go ahead.
Art thou come hither to torment us before the time?
Did you come here to torment us before the time? Break that down for me. This part here is so heavy. If you can understand it, you understand a lot about the world. I mean, you understand the demons that are on you. If you can understand what he just said. He just said, had thou come to torment us before the time? What is he saying there? Goodbye.
We would send it them, so you might be asking you to kill us. Trying for our sins.
Oh, what sins are they doing? Well, okay. Who's speaking there? The demons. So this is not the men speaking. This is the demons speaking. The demon said to Christ, what have we to do with you, Son of God? Are you here to torment us before the time? Go ahead. They what?
They are Satan the Most High.
What do you mean they are of Satan and the Most High?
The word Satan work for the Most High.
They can only work for one. Who do they work for? You can't have two masters. Right? And who does Satan work for? All right. Okay. So when they said to Christ, are you here to torment us before the time? What are they saying?
They're here to do a job.
Okay. They're here to do a job. They want to finish that job. Okay. That's it. That's it. What have we to do with you? What business do we have? We have permission to be here. Are you here to stop us from doing our job? That's what they're basically saying to him. Which, when you understand this, brother, you understand the world of the demons in a whole different way. You understand what I mean? Go ahead, Gabbar.
Demons ask that question and
right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is the same one. This same one. This is the same account. Right? We're going to read a little bit further. So you're 100% right. The demon wants to know, did you come here to interrupt us from doing our job? When they say, are you here to torment us before the appointed time? What time are they talking about? Okay, you answered it without even realizing. Who do they work for? What time are they talking about? Who do they work for? What time are they talking about? I'll give you an example. You're at work. You clock out and go on your break. And somebody say, hey, I need you to go back on the cell floor. Somebody says, hey, I need you to go back and go back to work. You say, I'm on my break. Who gave me authority to be on this break? The boss. You can't cut my time short. Are you here to torment us before the appointed time? What time are they talking about? That who gave him time for? God gave him time. God said we could be here. We have the right to be here. You can't cut our time. The Lord gave us the authority to be here. Are you here to make us get out before the time that we were allowed to be here? We were given a certain amount of time to do a job, like you said. Right? So what? Keep reading.
Verse 30. And there was a good way off from them, a herd of many swine.
So now, a few meters up was a bunch of pigs, right? Go ahead.
Feeding. So the devil besought him, saying, if thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine.
Now, these demons know who Christ is, right? And since they know who Christ is, what do they know he has? Authority, power. They know he has the power and the authority. It says in the scriptures, all authority has been given him in heaven and on earth. So they know who they're talking to. You know what I mean? So that's why they say, well, you come to cut our time short. But if you do, please allow us to go into those pigs. Why? Right? And do what? Right. They're gonna kill the pigs, right? But it's a little deeper than that, right? And we're gonna get to it. I'm gonna explain it. But keep reading. We're gonna come back right to that mark right there, right? Go ahead.
Verse 32. And he said unto them, go. And when they came,
so he said, they said, can we go into the pigs? He said, go. Go ahead.
And when they were come out, they went into the herd of swine. And
they went into the what? What did they went into?
The herd of swine.
A herd of swine. Right? Go ahead.
And behold, the whole herd of swine ran violently down a steep place into the sea and perished in the waters.
That's it. You understand what I mean? All the pigs ran off a cliff and drowned in the waters. So that's what they took because they had to leave these brothers. Right? They went into the pig. Now, we're gonna understand this when we go into the book of Job. Right? You're gonna go into the book of Job. We're gonna go to Job. I think it's chapter 2. Gabar, you're gonna read for me. Job chapter 1. And we're gonna go to verse 6. Job 1:6.
Job 1:6. And there was a day when the Son of God came to present himself.
Hold on, read again. There was a day what?
There was a day when the sons of God.
The sons of God. Right? Go ahead.
Came to present themselves before the Lord. So
there's a day, like there's a season, there's a time when the sons of God have to come and present themselves to the Lord. Right? What's happening here? Major council. This is what's happening here. Everything you see we doing here happens. We don't get this out of nowhere. This is a major council where the angels have to come and present themselves to the Lord. The demons, Satan has to come and he has to present himself in front of the Lord. This thing where, there's demons out there doing their own thing and it's a complete chaos. There's no such thing. The Lord has everything in check. Go ahead, brother.
Like they say, they think, Christianity think Satan made his own choices, be right against God.
Yeah. Yeah. Completely in submission to God. Completely in submission to God. Right? Go ahead.
And Satan came also among them. Verse 7.
And Satan was also amongst them. Meaning that all the angels came, and guess who was there? Satan. Why is it pointing out Satan? Because there's going to a conversation that's about to happen. A lot of people say, oh, Satan went there, he was not supposed to be there. That's nonsense. Right. Can you imagine the angels there and somebody who's not supposed to? Why don't you try to go up there? Why don't you show up one day too? Since Satan could go up there and he's an enemy of God. You should go up there too. No. Everybody was supposed to be there, right? Including Satan. Keep reading.
Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence cometh thou? Then Satan answered the Lord.
So who addressed who?
Lord.
The Lord addressed Satan. And he says, what?
Whence cometh thou?
Where are you coming from? Where are you? Just like your boss, what have you been doing? Where are you coming from? What were you doing? Right? He's questioning him now. Go ahead.
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth.
For what?
From going to and fro in the earth.
Meaning what?
Back and forth on the earth. I've
been traveling the earth. I've been scattering things out. I've been doing my job. Right? Go ahead.
Okay. And from walking up and down in it.
Go ahead.
Verse 8. And the Lord said unto Satan, how hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth?
Who is bringing up Job?
Most High.
The Most High. Satan didn't want to talk about Job. Yes, what I mean? Satan has no interest in talking about Job. The Most High is bringing up Job. Right? Go ahead.
A perfect and upright man.
A what?
A perfect and upright man.
I thought we couldn't be perfect, so while.
Right.
This is God talking. This is not somebody giving their opinion. God is saying Job is a perfect and upright man in his sight. You listen to Christian church, they give you a license to sin by telling you nobody's perfect. We all fall short. Not Job. There's a conversation happening in heaven. Job is on earth, a mere man. The Lord is bringing him up. Go ahead, Gabar.
It's heavy because before I came into the truth, I was reading the Bible. I was brought up Christianity, so I thought that no one can be perfect like Christianity taught us.
Right.
So when I was reading the Bible, I saw God himself called perfect, and I said, oh, Lord. So it showed me that I knew Job was a regular man. He wasn't Christ. So he was like a brother. I realized that he could be perfect. Christianity must lie.
Of course.
I realized that.
Of course. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Go ahead.
And the Lord said to Satan, "Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil." Verse 9. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, "So Job fear God, but not."
So the Lord is telling Job what? Not Job, Satan. The Lord is telling Satan what? No, what is God telling Satan? So why is he bringing him up? He knows Satan has been avoiding Job. Why is Satan avoiding Job? And what happens when he can't crack him? And what happens?
He lost that battle.
He lost that battle, which means what? Read what right where you was at.
And Satan answered the Lord and said, Job fear God for nothing.
Is it for nothing that Job fears you? Go ahead. Go ahead.
10, verse 10. Has not thou made impediment about him and about his house and about all that he has?
You're protecting him.
On every side.
You're protecting him.
What is that?
You know what was happening here? You know why Satan doesn't want to go to Job? He doesn't want to waste his time. Because what's his job? His job is not to kill. It's not to destroy. His job is to convince God to kill you. His job is to convince God that you should die. He knows he can't do that with Job, but he has to report. Think of, we're going to make it simple, right? Think like major council. We was talking about it, right? Think like it's major council. And now you have to report for Baltimore. Baltimore, report. Gabara car stands up. We didn't do nothing all month, sir.
Right.
What happened? They had hedges around them. Like we couldn't break through. We accomplished nothing. They will remove you from your seat if you don't produce. Because why? They put you in role to produce. That's major counsel. This is major counsel with God. Job was chasing after other things because he had to report something. The demons have to report. The other angels have to report. Everybody got to report. You can't show up with nothing. So in Job, in Satan's mind, why would I waste my time here when I know the Lord has a hedge around him? You know what I mean? Those demons who Christ is about to cast out, are you going to cut us short of our time? Or are you here to torment us before the time is up? They had a job to do. So they said, okay, put us in the pigs. Was it to kill the pigs? To what? Finish what job? Here's what the point of the pigs was. It was a herd of pigs, right? Somebody became poor. Somebody became poor. The pigs belong to somebody. The pigs belong to somebody, right? Somebody owned the pigs. There were a herd of pigs for some man who had these pigs that he used to do business with. All of them went off the cliff. He lost a lot of money. Just like Job. What happened to Job? Somebody came and said, all your cattle's gone. You know what I mean? So their job was not the pigs. Their job was whoever those pigs belonged to. Like, well, that's their job was really to destroy those two men they were in. But since they couldn't do it, at least they could report and say, man, we devastated some brother who owns some pigs. He's poor now. It's not the pigs. Don't think the pigs. Pigs die all the time. You know what I mean? Their job, you think they're going to go up there and say, well, God, we killed some pigs? Go ahead, Swap. Slack it.
Even when you read down in Matthew 8, I will just read like verse 33 now.
Go ahead.
Let's say it belongs some person was overseeing that.
Right.
So now they lost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matthew chapter 8 and verse 33. And they that kept them fled and went their way into the city and told everything that was befallen to the possessed of the devils.
Right.
They lost.
Yeah. They lost. You understand? So the demon's not coming after your pigs. It's not coming after your dog. You're the target. If it happens to your possessions, you're the target. I'm gonna give you one more. Sometimes it happens to your children or your wife, but you was the target. That's what I mean? You're the target. So, brothers, you gotta really understand how demons work. I mean, demons have to report that they did their job. And they're always looking for the weak because it's an easy kill. It's an easy destruction. So they could come and say, I made this person poor. I made this person lose their wife. I made this person lose their children. I made this person lose that. Job, Satan didn't want to go to Job because, like he said, he knows the Lord is protecting Job. And he don't want to deal with that. He ain't going to show up and embarrass himself at no council and say, well, I went after Job and, I got nothing to report. He's solid. In fact, give me where Job, what Job used to do. Give me in Stern chapter 1. Let's go up a few. Let me show you what kind of brother you're talking about here. Job chapter 1. Cut me to where he would make sacrifices. I'll give it for you. Start at verse 2.
Job 1 and 2. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. Verse 3. His substance also was 7,000 sheep.
Go to verse 4.
Verse 4. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one his day.
So he's rich. So his children are just enjoying the money. Party after party after party. Go ahead.
And sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them.
Go ahead.
Verse 5. And it was so, when the day of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sacrificed them, and rose up early in the morning and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all.
So what did Job do?
He offered sacrifices to the Lord, any mistakes they might have, any sins they might have committed.
Right. That's the type of brother you're dealing with. A brother who was on his P's and Q's when it came to keeping the laws of God. He's sacrificing just in case, brother. He don't got no confirmation. He didn't even go because he don't want to be in the presence of no nonsense. But just in case something happened that shouldn't happen, I'm going to sacrifice to the Lord. That's a brother who Satan's not going to go waste his time with. I'm going to tell you this. A brother who's in class, who's at camp, who's at the feast days, who's studying his scriptures, who's keeping the laws, you got a barrier around you, brother, that the demons will say, okay, not this brother. He's going to embarrass us at council. The Lord going to be asking us, why are you avoiding him? Let's go to that brother who's weak. Brother who has a addiction to pornography. Brother who has addiction to alcohol, drugs. A brother who doesn't really like that other brother in the school. He's an easy takedown. A brother who doesn't love his wife, who can't stand his wife. A brother whose wife has a big mouth. I put you and your sisters too. Be careful, man. When you deal with demons, you understand this, you'll be very careful because you don't want to invite demons into your house. That's what they talk about when they say you're inviting demons into your house. The way you carry yourself makes you an easy kill for them. Not a necessary kill, but an easy target. So that they could use you as somebody they took down. Versus not coming up and say, well, we ain't do nothing at all. You understand? That's what's happening in heaven. That's what demons do. Demons come and they prove you. Don't everybody say they love God? Have you ever met somebody who said, I don't love God? No. Everybody loves God. The demons just come and see. The demons just show up and see if you mean what you're saying, and you're easily unraveled. And then they go back up there and say, God, they don't love you. I think you should give him cancer. He's living that lifestyle, HIV. That's what I mean? He's doing this, do this to him. Do that to him. I mean, now you don't have a hedge around you. That's what the demons mean when they say, have you come to cast us out before the appointed time? Meaning that we have time to be here. Council's not yet. The council's not yet, so why are you here to us to leave? We still got time. Time might be short, but we still got time. Brother, Satan has time right now. His time is the devil is like a roaring lion seeking to devour someone, knowing he has a what? Short time. Short time, brother. But he still got some time. And he's going to devour somebody. He's going to destroy somebody to show you why he is such a high-ranking angel. You understand what I mean? And when you understand that, you're going to be more careful with how you speak to your brother, with what you think about your brother, with things you entertain about your brother. Some brothers, you see all over, brother is just talking bad about another brother, man. Don't entertain that. That brother, don't tell that brother, look, whatever problem you have with another brother, man, go to that brother and that brother alone. Go to him and him alone. Don't bring that demon on me. Let's not form cliques in here. Like we're all in one West, but this is my crew. We don't like that crew. Never. A house divided cannot stand. And that is the strategy. Dividing the house is the strategy of the demons. If you understood what those demons were saying to Christ when he said, have you come to, what's the word he used? Have you come to torment us before the appointed time? You know what I mean? When he says, well, have you come to torment us? The reason he said, have you come to torment us is because, damn, you're going to make us leave this. We almost there. We got him. And you're going to come and cut our time short, man. That's messed up knowing that we got a short time. Knowing that, you setting us up. That's what they're basically saying. We don't understand it. Or the Christian church, I should say. We understand it. The Christian church don't understand it. They don't understand that they have the, like they reading that verse, and they're like, oh, he had demons on him. They don't know those same demons are in their house right now. Or in your house, hurrying up to do something evil to you and your family so that they can go back and say, I did my job. I did a test and it worked. You understand what I mean? You have different types of demons, brother. You got demons that are here for healing and to bless you. The way they made it, I think it was Captain Shock made it make sense to me years ago. Was if you want to understand the demon world, understand the physical world. In the physical world, you have sheep, right? You have horses. You have dolphins. You also have lions, tigers, bears, sharks, venomous spiders and snakes. You have all of it. You have good and bad in the physical world. You have gators. You have kangaroos. You know what I mean? There's some that are here for your benefit. Chicken. Lord knows we benefit off chicken. Right? But when you run into that shark in the water, you understand you're in the presence of a different creature now. That's the spirit world. That's the spirit world. You have angels here to bless you. You got angels. You run into the angel. The angel is not here to do nothing but destroy you. I create good and evil, light and darkness. Lord does all these things. There's not that idea where he is just watching, but he loves you. He's watching, but you know what I mean? He's watching Baltimore. He sees the poverty rate, but he loves you. Nah, man. Baltimore has demons on it, and we see them. We understand them. That's why we go out in the corner and we plead with brothers to stop selling drugs, to stop following idols and following different religions. Because when you do that, man, you are an easy pick for these demons, and they'll have a ball. Like the reason Baltimore, the reason Baltimore is Baltimore, or any black impoverished city, Chicago, you know, Compton is Compton. The reason that is because when it's time to report, these are easy picks. I go into this neighborhood, I'm devastated. I got to report. Easy. Well, I'm going to go to where people are, you know, they don't hate each other like black people hate each other. Why would I go there? Just come to Baltimore. That's where God's chosen people are. You know what I mean? That's where God's chosen people are. I just go there and devastate them. And I have a report. You understand? So that's the point of that scripture. Not the scripture, but the point of them saying, why have you come to cast us out before the appointed time? They have a time to do what they got to do. I mean, when you read the book of Job and when you read that about that council that's happening in heaven, and why the Lord is questioning Satan about Job, you understand it. Keep reading, actually, where was that? I think we got a little bit more to prove on there. Sister Takaya says, you can be perfect if you repent and keep all of the commandments. That's right, sis. That's 100% right. Let me tell you, the Christian church, you know what the Christian church think perfection is, Sawab? I remember I was in a Christian church, right? And they were saying, you know, and God, we're going to be perfect. We're going to be perfect. And he was bold. He said, I'm going to have long flowing hair. That's what perfection is to him. I'm going to have abs. That's what perfection is to him. They're carnal. Perfection is us loving each other as ourselves. That's what perfection is. Us loving each other as ourselves. That's what perfection is. Perfection is me, Gabar Rakar, and Sawap Allah being here, and there's no hate amongst us. Now we could build a kingdom. Because we're not hating on each other and not secretly harboring beefs. Because that's when the demon, like, if we're trying to build a kingdom, right, you got to put yourself in the mind of a demon. Knowing that the demon has to report that is doing his job. He has to destroy you, right? And for Christians who don't understand that concept, the same way if you run into an alligator, it has to eat you. The same way. If you run into a tiger right now, it is going to, that's his job, that's his instinct. It's going to kill you. If you can't understand that about demons, who created the tiger? You ever see the teeth of a shark? Who created that? Well, who created the demons? Who created them? So if a demon sees, okay, we got to build a school in Baltimore, and his job, he wants to go and say, I stopped the school from being built in Baltimore. What does he have to examine? What does he have to, what's going to be his foot in to stop us? Simple. I don't really like Swap Yalla. He sees that. He sees what I say to Gabar Rakar when Swap Yalla's not here. Oh, okay. I see my foot in. I'm going to start the school just like that because he don't like Swap Yalla. He's telling Gabar Rakar. Gabar Rakar is letting him talk to him about his brother. And doesn't say, yo, bro, if you got a problem with that brother, go to him and him alone. So it's three people talking about each other now. Easy crack. That school is never going to be built. But if we are perfect and upright, Baltimore is going to be built. If we are perfect and upright, we're going to build this school, brother. You're going to blink and you're going to be like, how the hell did they accomplish this? Because we love each other. Love thy brother as thyself is the number one commandment next to love God. It's not different. Like we read that, like it's just, well, love that guy. Like, it's such an easy thing. The Christian church believes in that too. They'll say it quick. Love thy brother as thyself. They're a bunch of hypocrites. We can't be hypocrites in here. We gotta mean it. We can't have beef in here, man. All that beef and going back and forth, it can't be in this school if we're gonna accomplish the task. Because we are facing a demon. Guys trying to get us not to accomplish the task. That's all his job. His job is to make sure we don't build the school. We don't bring in more people. We don't grow in number. That's his job. Our job is to make sure that we are perfect and upright so that the Lord will allow us to build the school. Read what you got. Please.
Has not thou made a hedge about him and about his house and about all that he had?
So this is Satan talking to the Lord, says, you put a hedge about him, about his house and everything he got. I wouldn't go there and waste my time. I'm going to fail. Imagine Satan looking at you and saying, man, I'm not going to mess with that man. Satan knows what he could do. But even he knows if you keep the laws of God, he is no match for you. So why would he come to you? He'd rather go jumping in pigs and make some poor farmer even more poor. I mean, go ahead.
As thou blessed and about his house and about all that he has on every side, thou hast blessed.
And you gotta really read what he's saying this a while. You know what he said? He said on every side. What does that mean, Gubal?
All around, right?
Right? Meaning what?
Blessed.
Satan's saying on every side. Okay, I'll give you an example. If you scoured this building and you said it's secure on every side, what did you do? I just gave it to you, actually. If you say secure, there's no way in. How do you know? You look on every angle. And you said, nah, we ain't getting in there. We're not getting in there. There's cameras everywhere. There's locks everywhere. We're not getting in there. That means he observed and said, he looked from every corner, every angle. He looked at, okay, maybe I could get him through his children. This nigga sacrifices for the children. Damn. You understand what I mean? Mind you, and remember, well, we're going to get to it. Keep reading.
And about all that he has on every side, thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. 11. But put forth thy hand now, and touch all that he has.
But what? But put what?
Put forth thy hand now,
and
touch all that he has, and he will curse me to their face.
Put forth thy hand and touch all that he has. What's his hand? Satan said to God, put forth thy hand. What is his hand? Or let me make it better. Who is his hand? And you would hope Christ is his hand when he comes to touch you. Who is his hand here? Satan is his hand. Put forth thy hand and touch all he has. Now, let me ask a Christian a question now. I got to ask a Christian a question. You're telling me if God puts forth his hand and touches you, he's going to curse you? Think about it. Put forth thy hand and touch all that he has.
He got a good hand too,
right? Who sits on his right hand? Who sits on his right hand?
Right.
This is not the right hand touching you, brother. This is not the right hand touching you. Satan said, put forth thy hand, meaning let me go and deal with him. Now, but the question I was asking the Christians is, if Satan says to God, put forth thy hand, don't you want God's hands to touch you? Christian? Here it's saying God's hand is going to touch you and curse you, which further says what? I create good and I create evil. You understand? This all goes together. In this case, the hand that Satan is asking him to put forth is him. He's saying, let me loose on him, man. Take down his hedges, take down all this protection, stop all these blessings. Let me touch him. Promise you he's going to curse you. Keep reading.
Verse 12. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he has is in thy power.
Who, again, here's the hand. Put forth thy hand, and God says, okay, cool. Everything he has is in your power. Who's yours? Satan. Everything he has is in your power. Listen to this, black man. If you love your family, don't let the Lord tell Satan everything he has is in your power. You're going to lose more than some pigs. You're going to lose more than some pigs, brother, if the Lord allows Satan to come into your house. In fact, I'm going to give you a secret. The Lord is not telling him no. The Lord is telling him go into the house. He never told Satan don't go to Job. Satan made the decision. And Satan is explaining to you why he didn't want to go. You think the Lord's telling Satan not to come into your house? You're easy. You're an easy devastation for him. Easy kill. Anytime he's ready to come into your house. I mean, a lot of us have experienced it already. And we don't understand why our mom got cancer. Our father was a drug addict who used to abuse us. Our brother served life in jail. Our sister is a prostitute. We don't understand these things. Satan's in the house. Satan's in your house, brother. You understand me? And all, just read that part, all that he has.
But put forth thy hand now and touch all that he has.
Touch all that he has. I mean, everything that belongs to Job is in your hand. Go ahead.
And he will curse thee to thy face.
Go ahead. 12.
And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he has is in thy power.
Well, go ahead.
Only upon himself put not forth thy hand.
Just don't touch him. Everything he has is in your power. Only him alone, don't touch. So what? Go ahead. Yeah. Press the microphone.
Yeah. So like I just look it up, and I'm pretty certain that Leo's drawing reference towards, Satan understanding that, when he said that the Lord has his head around Job now, right? I'll just read it. Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 7. When a man's way please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
Yeah. Right. Clap it up for that. I mean, clap it up for that, man. That's when the Lord has a hedge around you, man. Even your enemies to be at peace with you, man. That's what you want in Baltimore. That's how we're going to build Baltimore, man. Go ahead.
I knew that it shocked me that it showed me that you would get a blessing from being perfect.
Right.
And then most times God.
Right.
And that's what we should always shoot for.
100%.
We ain't got to have to check and everything.
Right. And I'm gonna tell you this. Saying like that's why I was reading where he says you protect him from all angles. Meaning that he's looking for a way in.
Right.
You might be strong in the front, but in the back you're weak. So you think he's gonna confront you in the front? He's gonna come through the back and open the door and let all the demons in. That's why this brotherhood, man, you gotta protect this brotherhood. If you got a problem with brother, man, go to the brother and brother alone. If you can't resolve it, go to counsel, man. Squash the beef. Don't hate each other in here. Because if we hate each other here, we're wasting our time. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose the fight. This school, look, I'm gonna tell you this. In our minds, we're gonna build Baltimore school. We're gonna have brothers in here, sisters in here. We're gonna be doing great. In Satan's mind, they're not gonna last 3 years. That's the battle. That's the battle. They're not gonna last 3 years. They're not gonna last 5 years. I see a weakness. I'm gonna fold them from this corner here. I'm gonna take this block. It's like Jenga. I'm gonna take this block out. Everything's gonna collapse. That's it. That's what you don't want, bro. I mean, go ahead, keep reading. I think it was in 12. Go ahead.
Well, when the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he has is in thy power, only upon himself put not forth thy hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. Verse 15. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. Verse 14. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing, and the asses feeding beside them. Verse 15. And the Sabaeans fell upon them.
The Sabians fell upon them, meaning robbers, marauders came and robbed them, took all the cattle. Go ahead.
And took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword.
They killed all your servants. Go ahead.
And only I am escaped alone to tell thee.
Only I escaped to tell thee. Means Satan let me escape to come and tell you what happened today. Go ahead.
Verse 16. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of God is fallen from heaven and has burned up the sheep.
Thunder came from heaven and killed your sheep. Go ahead.
And the servants and consumed them.
And the servants that were watching the sheep and killed everybody. Go ahead.
And I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
Only I escaped to tell you. Go ahead.
Verse 17. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands and fell upon the camels and have carried them away, yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword.
The Chaldeans came and robbed your camels and killed your servants. Go ahead.
And I only escaped alone to tell thee.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 18. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. 19. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the 4 corners of the house. And it fell upon the young men, and they are dead.
Go ahead.
And I only am escaped alone to tell thee.
Dick, all your sons are dead. All your cattle is dead. All your servants are dead. There are a few servants escaped to tell you what happened. Yes, I mean, number one, the first thing he should tell you, do you see the power that Satan has? He had the power to convince men, to set men up to rob you. He had the power to make the wind come and kill you. He had the power to let somebody flee to tell you what happened. That's the type of power he possessed, man. Man, and that demon, there was no difference between your children and the cattle. You was the target. Job was the target. That's what I'm telling brothers. You in here, brother, you are the target. You got to be extra vigilant with your woman, with your children, with the people you keep around you. You come into the school, them niggas in the world, they don't have the mindset you have. They don't give a damn about nothing you give a damn about. They're Satan's way in. You know what I mean? They're Satan's way in to destroy you and the school. with that, we'll pass the class over to Precinct Officer Barbara Carr. Got it? Let me see it. Look at a different one. It is Sabbath. It's Sabbath service. The Sabbath service also, second priest. See the front says second priest. Sabbath service. Ladies class. All right, no, so I just say this is with the ISUPK on the Command General the 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rules for new brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, when a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. A brother and sisters are to be saluted only. They're here to cleanse themselves of the world. After 6 months, a brother and sister may get permission to approach that brother and sister. And after another 6 months, they will get they can ask for permission to marry. Tithes is a law, right? It's 10% of every increase you give to the school, right? Priest fund is not mandatory, right? But whatsoever amount you like to give to the school. Those who want to become troopers, start wearing all black, show up in all black boots, pants, war scarves, headbands, war scarves. You got it? But go from there. Those who want to be troopers, step into the microphone, step into the camera.
If a brother wants to become a trooper, then he should start wearing. So like, if a brother wants to become a trooper in the school, then he should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. With that, we're gonna get one courtesy salute to the teacher. In the Israel Almighty. Almighty Shabbat, Almighty Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Rakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Rakatah.
As a battalion, class dismissed.
Say again.